Huge shout out goes out to our current channel members. If you're interested in gaining a channel membership, then feel free to head over to my channel profile and click the join button. Also, we do have a Ninjago Discord server. It's a great way to communicate with myself and many others. For more details on that, click the very first link at the very top of the description of this video. So hello there everybody, and welcome back on in to the channel today for a new video. Now in today's video we are going to be discussing something really hypothetical, and this isn't even like a theory as such, although I suppose it could be labelled as that, but at the same time this is so like far-fetched, and at the end of the day I have nothing to really go off of. And while that could be said for a lot of the theories I make on the channel, right, you know, I kind of make really out there, in-your-face abstract theories, but this one is even more so, as we only have a very small bit of information to go off of, and again, this could lead absolutely nowhere. But I'm just going to cut straight to the chase here, and I'm going to sort of gloss over the first bit of context here, because I'm going to go off of the assumption that you are already slightly familiar with this. If not, though, I will hopefully leave a link to the description of another video I've made in the past that goes over this in more detail. But just to keep things extremely brief for all of you here, around like 2-ish months ago now, maybe like a month and a half ago, right? I think it was sometime in mid-May, so like, yeah, again, like a month and a half or so. There was a character description for Beatrix, and in this particular description for her, there was actually a mention of some sort of sister that she really didn't get on with. She banished the sister or something along those lines with the help of Lord Raz. Again, there's something like that. I haven't actually looked at the image for quite a while now as of the time of me recording. Once I'm editing, I will of course look at the image and refresh my mind on that. So yeah, that was kind of it. All you really need to know for the sake of this particular theory is the fact that she has some sort of sister who is potentially also evil at the same time, right? We're going to kind of be going on the assumption that, yeah, she is evil, but at the same time is like an anti-hero. Or not even an anti-hero, an anti-villain. She is, again, a villain, but is against Beatrix. So she's completely on her own, completely isolated, whatever you would really like to label her as. Well, obviously, as we know, so far at least, Beatrix and Raz and all of Imperium, right, for the sake of Ninjago Dragons Rising Season 1, well, that whole side of things seems to be like the quote-unquote main villains, I suppose you could say, for this particular Ninjago season. They are the main players at hand here. They are what's really at stake. They are the main villains, again, as I say. And while it is kind of obvious that I suppose there is, you know, someone a lot higher up than the people of Imperium with regards to the merge itself, I am going to place a bet, right, and just say that I do not think those kind of people will be in this season. I think it's going to be a gradual process in which we finally take steps higher and higher to get to the main point of the merge. But again, that is just speculative and it's not confirmed, so do not take my word on that. But essentially, as I've just said, Beatrix, the main villain for this season. Now that that's established, let's talk about her sister. Well, you could say that this theory is proposing the fact that Imperium and this whole side of things is actually going to be dragged out for yet another season in Season 2 of Dragons Rising, which will probably be releasing next year, right? I am proposing, to be specific here, that Beatrix's sister is going to be the main villain for that season. I know, it sounds absolutely incredible, but just stick with me here. Again, I've got nothing to truly go off of, although I suppose what you could say is the fact that there has been absolutely zero mention of a sister for Beatrix so far, and obviously that could change within the next 10 episodes, but I think they are going to really have to get a move on here and execute that really quickly, because we do only have 10 episodes left, which is still a long time, don't get me wrong, but if they're not introducing the concept, at least, of her sister in, like, maybe the next episode, then what is going on? They're going to have to kind of foreshadow her, introduce her, and have, like, some sort of execution and, you know, story finish for her all before the end of the season. That is kind of a lot to squeeze into 10 episodes, in my opinion. But what I think would be really, really interesting is if they kind of foreshadowed her and slowly introduced her within this season, and then this season ended off on some sort of cliffhanger leading into the next season where that sister, well, we'll find out all of the details with regards to her, and she will be the main villain for the next season, right? Where Beatrix has, you know, gone, however she's going to have her story concluded, so she's kind of out of the picture, but then this sister character will be introduced as the next main villain. Sounds crazy, right? Again, this is an absolutely wild theory, and while it could very easily be wrong, I personally would love to see this happen, and it's more of like a passion thing of mine. Like, this is just something I'm passionate about. This is a theory I am very, very involved with, I suppose you could say. Never seen anybody else talk about it. It's just one of those insane ideas I've had, thought about for a while, and I'm now, like, the biggest fan of. I would absolutely adore something like this to take place. I think it would simply just be fantastic. But with all of this being said, that is basically going to do it for today's video. I know, a crazy, wacky one here, but I wanted to share it with all of you because, again, I thought it was cool. Please, though, with all of this being said, feel free to leave any of your own thoughts on all of this down below in the comments. I would love to hear your own thoughts regarding all of this. As usual, though, if you did enjoy today's video, please do leave a like on it, subscribe to the Overlord X channel for more, and hit the notification bell so that you behind the screen there, it's you there, I'm looking right at you, can keep up to date on all things Ninjago right here on the channel. And with all of this being said, I will catch you all very, very soon for a new one. Well, goodbye, everybody. See you all very soon.